how do you stay inspired till today, and how do you give your children that inspiration that you were
Well,
on fire with?
the truth is that the Torah tells us that we are going to have times where Hashem, so to speak, hides his face from us. Esther El Panai, Hashem says he will hide his face. Now, in the Torah itself, a lot of these times it tells us that if we were to do something wrong, so maybe there perhaps was a mistake or something we've done in our relationship that caused the distance between us and Hashem. Later
Mhm.
on, we have the teachings of the Arizal and the books of Hasidut, of the Hasidus, that later on come to tell us that this is one of the ways that Hashem waxes and wanes with us altogether. We're
Mhm.
like the moon. Hashem is like the sun. It's just as there's a waxing and waning. Sometimes we have these moments of when there's this ultra closeness to God and God's light is illuminating in a very tangible way, and sometimes with this constrictedness. Now the
Mm.
truth is that for the sake of layman's terms, at least, I don't want to go as deep as the topic could call for. Now, what I've come to notice is that the up times keep me through the down times. The
Mm.
moments where I don't feel as inspired, when I don't, there's a moment of recall. And if I can't close my eyes and picture the name of Hashem as good as I want to, or I don't have the inspiration to go through when I'm sitting down in front of a book or whatever the case is, or at the time that I'm praying. One of the things that I've come to do is I really try to close my eyes and focus and look back on all those good times. And there's actually a source for
Mm.
this. And one of the books by Rabbi Natan of Breslov, he expounds on a certain teaching from Rabbi Nachman. And he says that just like we know that Joseph told Paro, he says that, there's going to be a time when there is this time of shefa, of revak, of abundance. And these 7 years that, according to Powell's dreams, he says that these dreams, the things that you saw, is telling you that a time of abundance is going to come for 7 years,
Mm.
which immediately will be followed by 7 years of famine. And so the
Mm.
lesson he taught from this was that all the time when we feel up and we're excited and we feel that, it says hold on to all of those moments, because right
Mm.
after that comes those moments of cotness, restrictedness, and not feeling so close. So if you could hold on. So one of the things that I've found, and I think that this will work for anybody, and I think we don't realize how important it is to journal and to write,
Mm.
even if it's prayers to God. One of the biggest things that has saved me in one period of time when I was flying through the moon, and every day with Hashem, all day, every day, I was, spending a lot of time with Hashem and learning and praying and whatever. And I began to start writing things that, sometimes I feel like I didn't have the words. So I started writing prayers to God.
Interesting.
And
Wow.
one of these moments, I was feeling so down. I came across this book. I start crying like a baby, and I realized, and I held it up. I said, Hashem, remember me, remember me. This is me.
Mm.
This is me.
Mm.
And it pulled me up. So there's a concept, an idea of, even if you don't write anything, of always being, and we have this. This is a part of our everyday prayers, part of almost everything we do. Remember, Zecher Letziat Mitzrayim. Remember the time
Mm.
that I took you out of Egypt. God is constantly giving us reminders all the time, because we have to remember that high that we left out and we followed after God, and in the desert like a young bridesmaid, that no one else would do. So we have to always be connected to the times and remember what it is that Hashem did for us, and that'll help us through the times of feeling distant as well.
Wow.